at 572-0383 or 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
The Love Zone brought to you the compliments of Susie's Variety.
You are the guru of groceries. You have a heightened awareness for lower prices. You journey to find freshness and variety and quality brands. And you have an acquired taste for specialty items. You want to set a good example for your followers. And that's why your higher calling is Susie's Variety Store. 2 stores that beat the giants on pricing, variety, and quality. Susie's Variety, small store, big love. Located in Cantonment, Vieux Fort, and Bois d'Orange, Gros-Îlet. Telephone 458-4161.
Pick up your phone for the Love Zone. All of St. Lucia, we here to entertain ya. 95.9 FM, that's our frequency. Heard on Tuesdays with Andre, Shamar, and Nikki. Hot topics for the lovers. It's a show like no other, the Love Zone. From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend. The Love Zone. The Love Zone. The Love Zone.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X. Welcome to the Love Zone for today, Tuesday, the 4th of November. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host of the show. To my immediate left, none other than the lucky, the lovely... Oh, you lucky too? You lucky as well?
I take that.
Nikki, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening. Sorry, good morning, good afternoon, good night. It seems we're all confused there.
Yep.
Yes, so let me start over. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to all our listeners. I hope that all is well with each and every one of you. I hope that you had a wonderful week and that you're having a blessed one this far. All right, so it seems like we were here yesterday and we're back again today. That's how much the time flies. And the year is almost over. Today is actually the 4th of November.
In fact, this morning when I played a couple of Christmas songs, Nikki was like, that time of the year already?
I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable. But it is what it is, and we're just moving along. So I just want to say a special good day to Morgan, Julia, Hyacinth, Antonius, Miss Mary, Manuel, and your wife. Hi. There's so many of you that I can't mention everybody, but everybody who listens, thank you so much for doing so. You keep the show going, and I'm hoping that our listenership will indeed improve. Just before we continue, I just want to say, I just want to give a gentle reminder to the public that I have pups to, give homes to. So yes, I think, let's see, 4 of them basically have been claimed. Yes, so I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but yeah, that's the story. Last night I spent some time playing with them, and they're just so adorable. Like, that was a joyful moment for me. It was really relaxing. It was really fun filled. And I was just so grateful that I had that moment to just bond with these little animals. I think that is a remarkable thing. And I think that we just need to treat the animals with respect and love because they have feelings and they're here to help create a balance despite the fact that people may not even realize that. So I just thought I would share that,
I have a neighbor who has a couple of dogs. Some mean ones. Some mean ones. And I drove home last night and I was just, going into my garage, and she came after me. She came into the lane after me driving. And she parked the vehicle, and the first thing she did, she went to the dog cage to greet the dogs.
You see?
I was like,
as
wow,
mean as they are?
Wow. No, I mean, they're not mean to them. they mean to strangers.
Other people.
Yeah,
Well,
what I mean.
that's a natural thing, eh?
Mhm.
You know, that's how they are. Because if they get used to you, chances are they kind of calm down. But when they're not used to you, then that's natural. And that is why when I go to people's homes and they have dogs, I'm very cautious. Yeah, I love animals, but the animals are not used to me.
Mhm.
So you have to keep that in mind. But and that's why when people come to you know my home, I always am there to, you know, kind of get the dogs away, because they want to jump all over people and that kind of stuff. I don't think they're gonna bite, but you just never know. They're very unpredictable, and so
Yes.
we have to be mindful of that.
That's true, and I think I've shared this story. Well, not a story, a little tidbit that my neighbor's dogs. Right, I've never been within 5 feet, from them,
Really?
but they know me.
You see?
They know me, and they wouldn't bark if I'm passing by. They wouldn't bark,
see?
but
Yeah.
if any stranger
Yes.
comes by, they start barking.
That's how they
Amazing,
are. Yeah,
amazing.
that's how they are. Because some people come to the house and then we don't even. It's like we're like, but how? You know, the dogs didn't even bark. I think they pick up on energies as well. Certain energies, like they just get all raucous, and and then other times, like other people come and there's nothing. For example, lastly, there's a teenage boy, okay, and his dad. Once they come to the house, all hell breaks loose. The mother, right, the dog that has the pups, she goes ballistic on them, and that is because when she was younger, right, we had given her to that neighbor, but it escaped and it came back home, and I don't know what these people used to do that
Oh my
animal.
God.
Imagine the mother and the older pup that I have, the one that's going to be 8 months. She and the mother, they are ready to tear these people apart. I just don't understand it. But I really believe that they were doing well. They used to be mean to the dog. That's what I can say. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say good morning and good to see you again to the other animal lover in our midst, Shamak. Could you just get the microphone a little closer to you? Yes. Morning, Shamak.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not an animal lover. I mean, like, you tolerate them, but not a lover like Nikki. Yeah, but good morning, Tanisha. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning,
Good
Nikki.
morning, dear.
I saw
everyone.
a stray cat up north the other day. I asked it, who dropped you here? They Shamak.
Oh my God, no, he wouldn't
Funny
do
enough,
that.
there's one in my where I live. But I don't know. Nobody in the place has, neither the landlord or anybody else has one. But there's one there, and it's always there. It's like, the funny thing about it, if you start even giving them a grain of rice,
Yeah,
you
it
just
is,
stick
yes.
around. Yeah,
They
like,
gravitate,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing.
so I try not to get attached. Like,
We understand.
Oh,
Okay, so it's nice, Nikki, when you bring up these little talks about the animals and so on. Yeah, and that's important because in St. Lucia, although it's changing,
It is.
we tend not to see animals as being, special or anything like that, unless of course it's a certain breed, right? Certain breeds get more respect
but
than
we
other
have
breeds.
a huge cat lovers in St. Lucia, because if you realize when you walk the streets now in cat streets, quite a few persons are selling cat food, so they must have a demand for it. Yeah. I think maybe some people like them around, but maybe I would say we can maybe show them a little more love and stuff like that, because the animals have a strong energy that they pick up on
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. Nikki, you want to do us the honors?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead and do us the honors.
Okay. So, as always, we have yet another interesting topic here today. And it goes: are couples unequally yoked if they do not support the same political party?
And repeat that.
Are couples unequally yoked if they do not support the same political party? And Mr. Paul is going to do the honors of giving us the definition of unequally yoked.
Yes. Unequally yoked is a phrase originating from a biblical reference in 2 Corinthians 6:14 that describes, and this is important, being in a close partnership or relationship with a fundamental mismatch in core beliefs and values. Okay? So, unequally yoked is being in a close partnership. That could be a business arrangement, could be anything, or relationship, meaning in the context of love zone, man, woman, man, woman, etc., right? And then you have it's a fundamental mismatch in core beliefs and values, all right? So you don't believe in the same thing, you don't share the same values, etc. Now, I remember a few years ago, I was dating a lady, and we were having a nice time, man. No problems whatsoever, no arguments whatsoever, none like that, okay? And things were working out fine. And I remember one day I was talking about a political party, and I was being critical of that party, right? And I just saw the beast come out in this lady. I mean, we ended up in one argument. It was fiery. She got on, she raised her voice, and I was like shocked, like, what? Where is this thing coming from? And I never had that discussion with the lady anymore. In other words, let's just agree to disagree. Because I realized she was really passionate. That's one experience. Now, many years ago, when I was a young fella, okay, I was dating this lady, and I think she was my second girlfriend in my life. And I remember she knew that my family was supporting a particular party, right? And that party lost the election that year. Okay, they lost the election. I remember she was laughing, man. She was laughing at me because she knew that my family, not necessarily me, but my family, meaning my grandfather, grandmother, was strong supporters of that particular party. And she was laughing away, man. And I felt really bad. I felt bad because the way she was laughing, right?
Did you stay with her?
Well, yeah. So I said in my mind, let's wait for the next time when it'll be their turn to lose the election. Pray tell, next 5 years, boom, the party lost. And I'm coming, to come and laugh because I've been waiting for that for about 5 years. Wow. I started laughing, and my laugh was just interrupted by this girl crying.
Really?
She was crying. I mean, she was beside herself because the party had lost the election. It took away the fun. The plan I had to laugh and to give her a taste of her own medicine.
There was laughter and
but she was devastated. She was and I couldn't laugh. I couldn't enjoy.
At that time, maybe you have to comfort her.
Yeah, exactly. I just couldn't laugh at that point, and I realized how seriously she was taking this thing. So that's what we're talking about today. How people are very, very passionate about the political affiliations. I did a little research, and studies show that couples, listen to this, that's serious. Studies show that couples with different party perspectives have higher risks of separation or even divorce.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Can you imagine that, huh?
Because you end up arguing.
I would believe that because I think this is something when you're dating, it's not that you're going to bring up to say what is your political affiliation.
That's right. That doesn't come up.
Yeah, it doesn't come up at all. There's some questions as men or women when we dating, we just focus on the physical being. I like to see you, your shape, your voice, the money. But there's a lot of questions like that. People don't ask those things at all.
Certainly true.
You don't even ask the person what they're allergic to. Nothing. They just focusing on what I want. I like to see you on your eyes every day. So at that point, is maybe one election coming close, you were seeing like a red should come in your house, a purple should come in and say, Sasa Cafe is here. At that time you realize it, because it's not a topic. Elections is not wrong, so that's not, nobody's bringing that up. It's just like now, we in the heat of the moment, when it's done, the Prime Minister called an election, being for 3 months after, nobody's talking about it. It's done and gone. I mean, like, you might see videos, but it's interesting that that's the topic today, and I think it's something that people need to start bringing up when they're dating.
I think so, Shamak. That is a very, very, very good point that you're making. I never even considered that.
Because when we're dating or you like somebody, you're getting to know that person. So getting to know is as much as you can. However, people will still let you in on what they want. But I think that's just something. The fact that you're dating a person, it will be so easy to talk about it because you're not in a relationship yet.
That's
you're
true.
just starting to know the person. It will be fine. Oh, Gasa, blame me or blame me, like that. Like that. They'll just talk about it and it might just be mellow, but maybe then you would know Now, some persons, I know persons that I know that would not date a person because they date in a particular party and stuff like that.
Yes.
They just
Yes.
cannot deal with it. They don't want to have that conversation. It's not something they want to be surrounded with.
And the thing is, some people are so passionate about it.
Yeah.
They're so passionate.
And then
For
again,
example,
I think it's your level of maturity, because I know couples, the two popular parties, and they're normal. They don't discuss it. But I go left, you go to your motorcade, I go to my motorcade, and it's normal, no argument, nothing. I guess it's your level of maturity too.
Yes.
But some persons cannot even deal with the level of maturity is very low, the percentage, so they cannot even deal with even seeing it's your T-shirt or something like that, or even a song. And you know, these days, the political parties have music,
Yes.
which is really pushing the agenda, which is nice and different. It's more modern. Before it was just the color. It's almost like the color not playing no role these days. It's the music that's
Yes,
really
that's right.
making it happen. So imagine Andre living next to me and I living next to Andre. Then you just playing that music and you're irritating a person all day, every morning you're playing that. So it has taken,
even in the house.
Yes.
Even in the house.
it
Especially
has
that.
taken a different twist, so it's an interesting thing. But however, I think the level of maturity, each person have their own identity, and then we like, Nikki and I might be dating, we like different things, different foods. They have some persons, I mean, like sometimes they have to cook two types of food because that person doesn't like that particular thing that you cooking, especially when it comes to the meat. You know, somebody might say, but that's a lot. But if the person don't like it or they're allergic to it, you have to meet the person halfway, especially if you had know that when you started dating.
Let me ask both of you, if say for example you support a particular party, right? And as Shamak was saying, there's some songs, boy, that the songs are really knocking. I can tell you
Yeah.
that, because on Sunday I was driving up north and I heard one there. Like, what, that thing about kind of energy, you know, I'm even tempted to get out of my vehicle and go and join. That's how hot it is. So imagine now, say Shamak and Nikki, that you're home and your significant other is playing that song and teasing you, like Tikwa
Yeah,
or Ko, whoever,
yeah.
you know, that kind of thing, and they're teasing you. Can you take that?
I think yes, because for me, I don't know, maybe because of I ground myself, and you believe it or not, I have never won any shit from any of the parties. I've never gone to the market step, but I do go out and vote. It's my right. I'm not going to miss that.
Yes.
You understand? Because I'm a St. Lucian first and I listen to the policies, I vote for both parties. You understand? But because of my line of business, I know, you know how my friends, they'll give little jokes with, but I think if we did it, even my partner, we don't vote the same party. And it's never a problem, you know. We never bring it up for discussion, you know. It's okay, but again, it's your level of maturity. It wouldn't get to you, because I just heard both songs. I was in my shop Sunday doing some decor, Christmas decor, prepping, and then both parties was passing, and each had the songs passing. I going out in the veranda of the shop just to look, because as you say, the songs to me it's like
really
music, and it's
catchy.
like, okay,
Really
that one
catchy.
was a really hit. That one is very catchy. And as you said, the supporters themselves in the motorcade, because the traffic was a bit heavy, they got off and they were dancing because they can't stay in the vehicle. They have to come to take that on the road, you know. And when the
That's
traffic
right.
started to move, everybody put back. They got into the vehicle and they moved. But I think it's a level of maturity and my mindset. It does not bother me if I'm in a bus or in an office and somebody's talking, because I don't want to call people ignorant. My mind is not so low. I've developed myself. I've surrounded myself with people where it's just a color, it's just a thing, and you have a choice, you have a right, and that's what makes it interesting. Because if they only had one party, that'll be boring.
Yeah.
That's what makes it interesting. I know persons that create enemies. I mean, like growing up, let me give you a joke. When I was young, at that time, my mother, Mr. Pilgrim, my mother was voting GWP. And you know, but the Labour had so much energy, vibe when they was passing, and you know, you singing a Labour song. My mother beat me, she came and said, that time Mr. Honda was going up, Sally Bafebao, and innocent, you know, just that the Labour had more vibes. Boy, let me tell you, I remember myself by the road in my 90. I was like, what? I was like, hey, so here, Lord, you know. And from that time, for a while, when you became 18, when it was time to vote, I was a bit confused, because I say, boy, they take licks. And at that time, you know, you had to decide on where you want to go, and then you had to learn. Is it that you just go because your parents go in one direction, and then you have to realize you as a person, how does it benefit you as a person? How does it benefit you as a solution? How does it benefit your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, the policies? Because I want, when I go to the hospital, how does it develop the education and all of that? So for me, I listen to those things, and I think I'm grounded, so it doesn't even bother me. But I know some people, it's a big joke and then they really take it serious. Really, they would not even board a red bus or a yellow bus or a blue bus. People take that so
right.
like at this point now. Laila Shaw, hour.
Yeah. For me, when it comes to me, and I say, for example, my significant other, right? I would like them to be fair. All right, that's what I would like. Because if, for example, even if you're supporting the party, that's how I feel. And I feel like I need to tell you that. If I'm telling you something that I know it's not fair what's going on, and you're there defending that thing, that irks me. It irks me when you can't see, there's a
it's like because
I'm
purple, I'm blinded by the color. I'm blinded by the person I support. And you're not supposed to be like that. And that's what that would make you. That makes it interesting if you're honest. It's like your child. You know the neighbor come and tell your child did X, Y, and Z. You call him the neighbor and the neighbor go, you saying, but why did you do that? Just admit it. No parent, even parents do it. Like, it's not a party, but then they deny it. You understand? That makes you a good parent. You discipline that child, meaning like tell a child, hey, you did wrong. You're not supposed to tell a person that or do this person that. You understand? Because look at the perfect situation. I think I was in town and this man had a little girl and I don't know if it was his daughter, his niece, whatever. And he had the child. I was feeling like so sorry for the child because she didn't know what she was doing. He telling the child, call me names. I was like, oh my God.
Call you names?
Yes. I was like, can you imagine? You understand? So people have the different mindset, and if your mind is in the gutter, it is, and we don't realize the kind of monsters we make it to put in society. But I think for us, party, relationship, I think it's I like that topic because I think it's something people don't talk about at all.
At all.
Your political affiliation has a lot to do with it. Because I know it has divided families. People move neighborhoods already because they maybe figure I'm the only purple in that neighborhood. My babo is here. They kind of deal with it. And then for some people make it very apparent. You see the flags on their vehicles, it flying by their house. And you have to respect people because guess what? People has even switch parties. The minister switch. So that's what makes it interesting.
Now, according to the studies, if you have differing political views and opinions and so on, you risk the possibility of separating and also even divorce. So I'm curious to know what could be happening in that relationship, right? When it comes to the politics. That this can
but as you said, just like you
to
said a while ago, if you're discussing some of your significant order and you did and the person sticking to this side of the story, maybe the husband cannot deal with that and he find the wife is disrespectful, I'm telling you so, and because of that they just cannot deal with it and you just figure, we need to end this relationship. And I think that is so sad.
And imagine divorce.
Yes.
Over that matter.
Wow.
That's really, really serious. So, Nikki, what do you think that could be going on? The dynamics in the relationship that could be causing people to actually end up separating and even divorcing over this issue?
The confusion starts within themselves. Honestly, there's a lot of drama going on within. That is why they project. That is just my opinion. I'm saying it's okay that I am affiliated with one party and my partner is affiliated with another party, but it's a narrative we tell ourselves. We think that I think my party is the one. You think your party is the one. All right. And so there's a fight going on. I think, like Shamak said, you have to be very well grounded, very well mature, all right, to understand and to know that it's okay to have different opinions and not allow it to disrupt or interfere with the relationship. It's okay to be, like in one party and for your partner to be in another party. There's nothing wrong with that.
Agree.
But unfortunately, there's so much surrounding this whole politics thing. All right. Now, what people need to understand is that the politicians that we break up over, these people don't give a crap about us. You think they care? You think they even know that there was a divorce over them? I don't think so.
And so, unlikely.
Yeah, know what you have. Know who you have. You understand? Know what value your partner brings to you. All right. Yes, politics has its place, but at the end of the day, I think that we go overboard. you know, and I think that we place too much emphasis on these politicians. And I think that when elections are coming round, that is where you see a lot of negative energy spewing out, and that sucks. If anything, they're supposed to be coming together, not divisiveness, not division, you know. And so we need to, that is why the Love Zone, I believe, plays a very integral role, you know, in trying to educate people. And I'm betting that we are impacting people, because as we speak, I'm betting also that couples are going through a lot of, you know, quarreling and squabbling, you know.
Okay, let me just give the numbers. The fixed line is 572-9710, 572-9710, or you can use the WhatsApp platform, which is 287-0971. WhatsApp is 287-0971, and we have somebody on the line on the WhatsApp platform. Thanks for calling. Good morning.
Good morning, a wonderful good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Shamak Leo, bonjour. Nikki,
Hey,
bonjour,
good morning.
Andre.
Yes, good morning to you. Shamaki said good morning,
Morning,
but you didn't have the
morning.
headphones at the time. Yeah.
Shamak head somewhere else.
No.
How are you today, Leo?
I'm wonderful.
That is it I want to hear. I know you're wonderful. You have to flaunt it, say it. Don't keep it. It's not yours to keep.
Yes.
Yes, St. Lucia, the subject. Repeat, what is the subject, Andre?
Are couples unequivocally yoked if they do not support the same political party? Are couples unequally yoked if they do not support the same political party? Do you need me to explain what unequally yoked is? Or are you okay with that?
Go ahead.
Okay. It is a phrase originating from the biblical reference in 2 Corinthians 6:14, which describes being in a close partnership or relationship with a fundamental mismatch in core beliefs and values. Yes.
Andre, this says it all. Nikki have given her input, so do Shamak. And let me tell you, St. Lucia, we need to be very mindful. This is just a season, whatever it is, a season. And that particular blindness thing there, as Andre explained to you earlier, the worst thing about it is if you know the party is doing something wrong and somebody explained it to you, yet still you still cannot see the wrong in it. This is not nice, and this is not healthy either. Now, I'll share something from my point of view.
In fact, Anthony, that's exactly what I was talking about when I gave the first story this morning about this lady who I was dating, because I felt I was, in my mind, I was being fair, and she didn't want to hear it. She just didn't want to hear it, and she put up only fight we didn't fight.
But Andre, even between us, let me share something. Even between us, when we going down anywhere and play, it could be north, south, east, west, we have a conversation about whatever it is, open conversation, especially the politics. You touch base, and you want my opinion on things, you know, and you'd ask me, Anthony, you know, what you think, or you know, you would pitch, you would put something at me rather, and you would ask me a question about, you think this is this, and if it was you, what you would have done and whatever. It's because you self know where I stand, because I've already told you, but
Yes.
you want to know if I have a pure biasness or a
That's
agenda.
correct.
Like I
That's
don't want
correct.
to hear nothing from the other side.
Yes, and I
That
think
is
that's
not
what
nice.
starts the argument.
Thank you. And wrong is wrong, Nikki, Shamak, Andre. Wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter who do it. It's just like, for instance, I just drift away for a little bit. Nikki, can you imagine you raise at your parents and they have an elder sister and she's putting your new underwear you just bought,
Been there.
and then you telling, and good, I know it's a true story, but I'm just thinking the next it have happened to
Yes, sir.
mostly all of us. And then you're telling her, why did you put my underwear? And then your mother overheard the conversation that's going on, so she wants, hey, Nikki, c'est ça qui l'a ipo underwear ou ka parler
Yes, sir.
qui bêtise unikai asunikai. Instead of she's coming to put a piece to say, listen, it is your sister's underwear.
Yes, sir.
If you want something, you ask her, but you can't just put her underwear. You know what? She doesn't even. Most of them don't. You know what they do? Huh? Say so kila on cover. You have to cover. You put in giving a maple about underwear. Underwear. No, it is not right, people. Wrong is wrong. You simply speak to your children because you have authority over them. You actually balance it. It is hers. You ask. Because Nikki, even if it's your sister and she put it, you doesn't even want to wear it again.
But
now, back to the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I never had that argument or confrontation at my home, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? My home is not like others. While all of us are exposed to the elements, my home is different. My significant other used to support on the other. I never asked her to come through. A day she see me revving up. When I say revving up, putting my attire and everything, because you know I'm very big in the politics. You know, I'll be on the platform, I'll be on the truck like last Saturday, like last Sunday. You understand? There is no no apologies for that. But at the end of the day, when she see I put in my attire and everything, I see she put her attire. I never ask her to come on board. So that's to show you sometimes the love, the way you treat that individual, the understanding. It's just that automatically they just, for instance, if you're doing something like love making and the person just go with the flow. You understand, Nikki? I know you like that part.
Yeah.
You know? So they just go with the flow because, Nikki likes to go with the flow. So if the person hit your head, you hit in the head too. So at the end, exactly. So at the end of the day, you find that she came on board and that works so nicely. There's no divisive, there's no argument when it comes to that. And guess what? Solutions, and I'm even in the wide world, I will tell you something. You see, when it comes to arguing, especially just not even politics, just arguing with your significant other, us men, it's best you take a chance playing the lotto than arguing with your significant other.
It erodes the relationship. Honestly,
yeah, you have a better
it.
chance of winning the lotto instead of just winning that argument.
Yes,
and most times we like to point fingers. Just take the blame. Even if you're right, just take the blame. You understand? So I think it is the wrong thing because, as I will say to everybody else, everything has a season. So especially as the silly season, we call it silly season in politics. But again, this is when you get the all kind of insultive and all kind of these things don't call for. I will never ever call people names. And that, Andre, you know me. If I say something to somebody, they don't like it, I take it back, I apologize. That's it, period. There's nothing wrong about that. Okay, I don't belittle myself by that. I'm not, I'm just saying to everybody, no matter what it is, do not be insultive. Sometimes a simple thing you tell the person is so, just like the same way, Andre, you saw your grandparents crying over Sir John losing the elections, and you ask your grandmother, Mama, Sir John that, and you say to yourself, you see me, don't want to go through these kind of things. It's too deep. You understand?
But even the politicians insult one another.
Nikki,
so
good, Nikki.
From the head.
Somebody have something.
It's
Hold
horrible.
on. Sometimes somebody have something to say to you. Not now, Nikki, but they waiting for that simple thing you tell them for them to go at your home and tell you, boy, this and this. So it is not nice because I've seen it happen even among bus drivers. Quickly, a bus driver tell the other one, "I'm here before you. I reach understand before you." The man start cursing the man. You know what? Are you there before me in your this, in your that? No, because he wanted to say that, not now to him. So
I
was
agree.
just waiting
He looked for the opportunity.
time.
Yes.
So solutions, don't go there. Do like me. Don't go there. Don't call people names. Do not argue with your significant other when it comes to anything. Not politics, not anything, especially this time around. Please. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What I can say is couples can be unequally yoked if they do not support the same political party. But guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way, but unfortunately it is, and as a result divorces even take place. Split ups take place. A lot of animosity, a lot of enmity,
Imagine that.
Yeah.
We have another
it's
call.
sad.
We have another call. Thanks for calling. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. As Nikki said, it doesn't have to be.
Morning.
Even if you're in the same, you in one church, your partner in another church, I just say why? It's the same God you're serving. Just that you're in one place, you're at another place. A party, I was supporting one party and my partner was supporting another party. And we were not equally yoked. It's just that when his party win, he has to start on my way.
Why? Because you're upset?
Because he laugh at me and tease me and do all sorts of things.
And to me, that's the thing. I think that's very immature. Like, to me, you don't have to do that. That is childish.
But not in a bad
Like,
way,
nah.
but just, you know that
It's a game. It's a game.
So, but when I win, he would say to me what I do him.
You know, it's a game, and we have to realize,
But
you know.
I don't think anything, whether it be a party, whether it be church, whether if you love one another and you're meant to be, I don't think you should have anything be in the way. Because people have different thing. I might like something, you might not like it. What you expect both of us to like the same of everything?
Yeah.
My partner and I were different in so many ways.
And
so
you lasted.
And we lasted for a long time. He was a liberal person. He loved his carnival. He liked parties, social, everything. Where I was on the little quiet side, but yet we learned to respect and understand one another. This is who I am. Either you accept me. Once I don't disrespect you, I don't do it. And it can work. It can work.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
calling.
much. Thank you. We have
Take
another
care.
call. Thanks for calling. Good morning. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello there. Good morning.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, but I was talking a while ago, but I don't know, for some reason you all lost me or something.
Mm.
I was saying, let me explain. I was saying, if I'm supporting one party and I meet this person and she's supporting another party, we're going to have a conversation, the two of us, and I'm going to say, well, I'm going to put my point why you should be supporting my party, and she's going to put her point why I should be supporting her party. And if at the end of the conversation, we cannot come to some conclusion and say, well, we're both going to support this party, what I would do is I would go neutral. I would go neutral because on a Sunday, when both parties are having some kind of activity, you got to go this side and I got to go this side. So every Sunday we separated. Why would I do that? You know, if I want to be with you, I would go neutral. At the end of the day, because I'm not going to have that conversation with you again. At the end of the day, when it comes to voting, I vote wherever I want and you vote where you want. And then that conversation, we will not be arguing over it. It's a simple thing like that.
But by the way, Shamak made a good point earlier. He was saying that this is something that people or couples need to talk about at the outset, the start of the relationship. Is that what you're talking about, or is it something over a period of time?
Definitely.
Okay, all right.
Definitely, you have to talk about it. Because I cannot see if you all been together for 10 years and then all of a sudden you on this side and that one. It would have to be somebody it would have to be a new relationship or something. But I can't believe two people living together for 10 years separating, supporting different parties.
But why not?
You know, at the end of huh?
Why not? I mean, you're two different individuals. You can't do everything together. You have to give people the leeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even if, say we support in different parties, that's a conversation we're not going to have in the house at all. Because you supporting one party and I'm supporting one party. At the end of the day, it's only going to be when it's time to vote, then I put my vote where it is. Then that's not a conversation we're going to have.
But Kola, I think if you can speak about anything in your relationship, monies, anything else, and for something like politics, it's supposed to be, as much as you're voting the separate parties, even sometimes we vote in the same parties, they can still have an argument and we vote in the same parties because you just do not like maybe the policy your party did and you say, no, you think it should go there. So I think it's a level of maturity, and that's what it makes it interesting in a relationship, is to discuss. And that's what makes life interesting, because even sometimes when you're going to, I remember I was going to school and they have these children, sometimes they like brain box, they would correct the teacher will look bad, but then what the child said was actually true. You understand? And then I think that's what makes the life interesting, even as a parent or in a relationship. If we're not speaking at all, you would not go nowhere in the relationship. So I think by just to discuss it makes it even more interesting. But the key thing, we have to be grounded and respect each other's opinion.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you see, when you're in a long-term relationship, it's something that y'all grow with. Most other stuff y'all do, I mean, things like that, y'all come to some kind of a agreement. Y'all come together and realize that this is what we should be doing. Most of the times it's a decision. Things like that is a decision that y'all make together. You've been in a long-term relationship, a lot of stuff y'all think a lot alike when y'all stay, when y'all stay together for a while. Y'all think a lot alike. And things like politics, which is gonna come up every 4 years, 5 years, most of the times y'all gonna come together on that.
But guess
if
what?
It doesn't happen, then something does be wrong in there.
But Caller, if it's a young relationship, maybe we have never voted yet. But if it's mature persons, we now 40 years, you're 45, the person 40. At that point, people already have the political affiliation. You have already voted. You know where you're thinking. And the sad thing about it, sometimes you never had the discussion Because at that time you meet a girl, Jeremy Street there. It's not politics you want to ask her about. Politics not wrong. At that time you're looking to go out in a dinner and stuff like that. And then afterwards when election comes, you saying, oh, me, from sa say purple, from Namsa. You understand? Sometimes
But
it
that's what
can
I'm
work
saying.
towards
That's what I'm saying. If it's new, if it's a new religion, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying over 10 years or so, you all should be, I don't know. I mean, you all should be coming together on something like that. But if it's like I say, if it's a fresh, you don't know where the person is at. So when you all come together, then you all have that conversation. Then, like I said, I personally would not argue about it. I would just say, okay, no problem, and support whatever you say. I support it. But then at the end of the day, I know where I'm going to vote.
Okay. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, you're going to say something, Nikki?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I think that we have to remember that no matter how long something was, in a relationship, it's subject to change. All right, so that's...
What do you mean?
Like, okay, he was talking about, like them actually being, like on a level, well, on an agreement where, like they're in a particular party, right? But what I'm saying is, let's just assume like let's say like for 15 years, okay? A couple is with the same political party, okay? What can happen is one day one of these couples can decide to switch. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's take another call. Good morning. Thanks for holding.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Shimak.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you doing there?
Okay, fine, thank you.
All right.
Thanks for accepting my call.
You're welcome.
Andre, the best example I've seen that, there's a guy in America, James Carville. James Carville and his wife, Mary Madeleine. Yeah, you can check that. Andre, yeah. But, Andre, if... all right, we have two parties, SLP, two major parties, SLP, UWP. I'm an SLP. Andre, it could be a little difficult for me to date a UWP, Andre. Yep. Yeah, Andre.
I'm curious to hear why.
Andre, Andre, is either I go to her side or she comes to mine. Yeah.
Why?
Because, let me tell you, we start in a fresh. We just meeting one. I'm SLP, UWP. And for me to go there, to date you on that side, and I'm on that side, to me it cannot work there.
Why?
It cannot work.
But call ahead that it might not trouble you if you really like that person and election is not a wrong, huh? You might just brush that aside. The only time it will trouble you is if one election is around, because you like to see that girl, like you said the last time, you have one chick inside and one outside. If both of them was UWP, you still dating them, Paula.
But if we have been in a relationship for about 10 years, and the person decide to go there, or I decide to go over there, I will not make it a problem. Because to me, we have matured, we have grown in the relationship.
But starting a fresh relationship.
But starting afresh, you're on that side, and I'm on that side, it will be a little difficult challenge.
Why?
I might take a chance. In a religion thing, but in political.
Let me tell you, you think?
So maybe the funny thing is, sound like he's maybe whatever party he's supporting is a really strong supporter of the party. So to him, it will trouble him to see a purple shit in his house. It might trouble him to be dealing with that.
You see,
it's the whole perception,
Yeah. You see, why I can take a chance with a religion? I can be Catholic and I can date somebody Adventist or Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, to me it can work. But
so hold on. Let me ask you a question. There's a church called the Church of Satan. You know that, right?
Well, I will not date anybody.
But no, funny enough, he said the religion, and now he said that. Guess what? It might still be difficult because religions like
Even
Jehovah
difficult,
Witness
even difficult.
don't celebrate birthdays. They will maybe not want to see you do that in the house, especially.
I will
and
take
in-
a chance.
Yeah.
Shamak, you know, I was
The
talking.
lesser-
So, hold a
the
second,
lesser
caller.
evil,
One second,
I will
one
take a
second,
chance.
one second,
The
caller.
lesser
One
evil.
second, one second. Shamak, I was talking to Nikki about that, and I said at some point we need to have that discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult
It's coming up
because
next
it can
week.
be because they have, if the
Next
person is
week.
Adventist and you Catholic, the wife only want to do, maybe they are most Adventists I know, they like to do their nice vegan foods, they're not into the meat or vegetarian and stuff like that. You as the husband, you cannot, the wife will turn the house upside down. You want to come and cook your pork, your whole pig head and the lady counter and all of that. Oh God,
My
she'll
mother.
sanitize the whole house.
We cannot cook pork in my mother's house. Huh?
Are you serious?
Where-
In the
Okay, let's go to the
my
caller.
mind will be more at ease in the religious because I figure my wife will go to a church rather than she go to a political rally. You see? That's one of the lesser evil I will choose. You see?
Ah, well,
So,
respected.
But in the
yeah, caller. So, Nikki asked you over and over, why?
He's
you
not
haven't answered us yet.
No.
Yeah, but to me, I haven't put my brain around that yet. But it is very challenging. Andre, you know that too.
It's what you
And
tell
Shumak
yourself.
and Nikki.
No,
Yeah.
no. I don't know that. Honestly,
I don't know that,
do not
caller.
know
It
that.
would
It's
it would
what
not
you-
affect me, no.
It's what is how you.
I've been into relationships and then we used to give jokes about it. I said, "Way this, way that." Probably sure, just having fun with
Listen,
it.
if there was a, if
Let me give somebody else the line. Somebody who's passionate about the UWP and I'm passionate about my SLP. In the beginning, to me it will no. If
But
the
you-
relationship is set already, it can happen. But in the beginning, they will have problems.
Well,
Well,
I
that
think
is
if your
your
partner
opinion,
give you
eh?
to iron her t-shirt, you'd burn it by mistake so she go to a
Okay.
rally.
not by mistake, or deliberately. Deliberately. But that is how it is with a lot
You still
of
there,
people.
caller? You still there?
Okay. Give somebody else a line.
Alrighty.
Thanks for
Okay.
calling, but
Thank you for calling.
I believe you see the whole perception of this politics thing. That is what is ingrained in people, and that is
What
why-
perception? What is that?
No, like they just feel as if like they have to be so passionate about like
And
the
committed,
party
and committed.
and sometimes the party does a lot of BS, but they're still passionate about
And
it.
that's what I was saying about the
Yes,
fairness earlier.
Yes, I know. And,
Yeah.
and you dare not bring that to the table because
Mm-hmm.
they feel disrespected, they feel slighted, they feel how dare you talk about their party like they own it.
Yes.
They have some ownership, like they possess it, you know.
And want to protect it
Exactly.
as well.
These politicians don't care. They don't.
Let's see. Let's take another call. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Andre, Nikki, and Shamak. How
Hi,
you guys
good morning. Hi,
Morning.
how are you?
Thanks for calling.
doing? Okay. Andre, Nikki, you
Hey.
see the man I have there now? If I was not under his color, our mate would He's so passionate about the color. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And
that-
even
yeah, that.
sometimes when we having conversations, the way he would talk about the opposite side, I would say, no, honey, don't say that. You cannot say that. That's a person. The man is so passionate. I guess if I was not on the same side, if that
You
man,
wouldn't be with him. Wow.
He would be with her.
he
Well,
probably
well, she
no. He probably wouldn't want to be with me because we'll be
Wow.
arguing about that
My
thing or something.
goodness.
Because even when we having conversations, the way he would talk about the other side, and then I would say, nah, don't say that, whatever. But I mean, I'm not really into. I mean, I always support in that particular part. I can see it's the yellow. So I was always in the yellow, but I'm not voting. I'm not in St. Lucia, but we talk about it a lot. And he now used to be on the platforms and everything. He's just not doing that anymore. So that's how passionate the
Wow.
man is about.
Wow.
So I have a feeling if I was not on the same side, I don't think he would, in all the qualities he love about me, maybe he feel that would be. So even I watch my brother. My brother was not speaking to us, his sister, his mother, his daughter, because we're not supporting the red. He used to support.
Really?
The boy was not talking to us for years.
Wow.
That's how serious some people take that thing. Yeah, and I find that's really nonsense. And I have a cousin of mine. She was kind of dating a guy, and he was on the yellow, and she's the red. And the fella said, "You see, you're not supporting me. You and I cannot because I said
That is
that's
madness.
and he
Total
said that way. He said, "You're not supporting me and whatever." And I don't think he did that. They ended the thing because I mean the person is an adult. That's the person's constitutional right. I mean, to me, I know a couple that's married for a long time and they on the opposite for years. That's how they are. One is red, one is yellow, and they okay. But I feel my man, I just had to share that little joke.
Yo,
I don't know,
that's not a joke. That's serious. You're right. You're right.
Maybe I'm an
I
alien.
think he would. I think he wouldn't want to be with me. And tonight when we talk, I go to ask him. I never ask the question, but I will ask him tonight.
But let me ask you, because that is
Yes,
my
Andre.
that's my problem with the thing. Okay, when it comes to this issue of couples, not sharing the same political views and so on. When you kind of like I won't say contradict him, but you try to put some measure of balance and fairness. What is because I think that's what you're saying. What is his response?
Andre, listen to me. Listen to me. That man is so different. He's not. He supports his party, but he gives kudos to the red. If they do something good, he say they okay. Yeah, he's not that kind of man.
So why,
he just supports his party.
So what's the issue then? Because you said that if it wasn't,
I just feel since the way he speaks sometimes,
the way he's so passionate, she thinking like if she was not supporting the same party,
you need to ask him
they would
whether or not.
I will ask him that tonight. But at the same time, he point out the good on the red. He point out the good on the yellow. He point out the bad. That's how he is.
Oh, good.
But he supports his party. Yeah, and I think he would want me to support the same party. That's what I just believe, because sometimes when he speaks and the way he would describe the supporters, I say no, don't say that. Yeah. You cannot say that about people because they're supporting a party. But he agrees that they do good, they do bad, and he's done.
Okay.
But I just feel, to me, I don't think he would. I will ask him that.
I know what I wonder.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Hold your thought.
Sure.
Let's just take another call. Thanks for holding. Good morning.
Brother Paul.
Hey, Arthur Charles.
Good morning, my brother. How do you go?
The going is rough.
Okay, rough. According to the dog, rough.
That's right.
Yeah. And if I tell you, you'll be surprised. And they were up to now, people cannot understand myself and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Why?
My wife is Flobo. I'm hardcore labor. That's me.
By the way, have you always been hardcore labor?
On the ball, yes. But on the ball, I voted for Mr. King twice. I'll tell you why or how it happened. Not Flobo, Stephenson King.
But one second, Arthur. 1 second. I'm a little confused. I'll tell you why I'm confused. Because, we've been talking on the air for donkey years. Probably about close to 30 years, right? We've been talking, right? With talk shows and so on. And to me, I always hear you criticizing both sides.
Yes.
Yeah, but I just criticize that, but that's what makes it interesting. That means you mature.
Exactly, and you're not.
That's what we want in the relationships. Is the level of maturity, as you say, you was telling your partner, is the level of maturity. Because not because I'm voting for you, I cannot pull you up and tell you. Even like you're in a relationship, I cannot pull you up and tell you I don't like that policy, and sometimes people need a little shaken up. That's what it is.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, Arthur.
And one time I do wrong, I put the list on them. And the police don't know me. One time Kenyan and the coming off. He tell me I said no. Tell the guys by yourself. At the time and the ball, But my wife and people don't understand how it at the ball. We find them like just slow. And the ball are forced to sisters. Hardcore slow. And when you go hardcore, and the ball is painting the wall for them in black and yellow the same, and the ball without for them, and the ball is trying to make sister kill you. Say that's her brother. Forget the political divide. But she maintained that on the ball. Now, my wife is trouble. One day I will tell her, see politics outside the room, outside the door.
Why you have to tell her that?
I do not want no politics in the house. I tell her, what's your shot?
So when you say, when you say you don't want politics in the house, what do you mean? Like you're not supposed to talk about it? Is that what you're saying?
We can talk about it, but we don't know about politics.
Okay.
I maintain that. She go to a trouble rally, what she want? Like me, I was outside. I was tired. Yeah.
The mood is red.
Oh yeah. And we're ready. We're ready. So everybody, how you deal with people? Because now I just and you have the ball.
Yeah.
He only once. I tell my sister, okay, but the ball upset. I take it on. I say, hey, man, I want to pop the show already. When you see Philippe talking on TV, don't say nothing. When that's the audience, nothing. Take your laptop and go to the room and watch your shafty. But if you see that TV there, I'll take Philippe now. So I don't do nothing there. What's your thing on the camera?
So after you're a dictator, man.
No.
Dictator. You tell him go in the room.
No, but he has to keep the peace. If he doesn't do that, then you never know.
So I tell you straight, baby. take the laptop and go in the room. Let me watch Philip Pierre. Let me watch Richard Perry.
So Arthur, so why can't she say that to you? Take the laptop and go in the room.
Yes, of course I know. That's the ball. I live Steve Boy. When they have the Sunday funnies, I take in my laptop and the ball. So what the roll, I bring in the room with my laptop. And the story done. But you finish, she comes to me, is ready? All right. And the politics going off, and I message it. I don't have no rule for politics at the house. No way. I tell my sister on the ball, if they suppose who they want, I don't give a damn. But I, after a chance, no, I'm a hardcore labor.
So even with her, do you like express your feelings when you disagree with something maybe that the flambeau is doing, and you know you're being fair?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course,
and what is her reaction? Does she take it well?
Boy, fire in your house, me. Boy, you get that's me when I get that. But listen to me. But if what do you what the people say? If I'm showing, you don't know Bolo and Gashi and Bolo. Say what you're intending to do for the country. Don't come and that your public show again. That's a different time. Boy, on the ball, she's fire. But we are angry.
Yes,
I just maintain her. You're wrong on that path. You're not supposed to go there. You know. And I don't know. We are happy to say we will cover and fight for God. No, not here.
All right.
Not on my watch.
Okay. Arthur, thank you very much. Thank you. Arthur said not under his watch.
Yeah. From what they're saying, they have an agreement and a level of maturity, which is good because that's what makes it interesting. How can you be in a relationship when you cannot talk to them like, "Bye, in your wakila, let's talk, let's laugh," and even though the person upset, they're upset just for a second. When the discussion is over, they're back to normal. That's what it is.
And what I can say too, what I believe is when election is coming around, there's a certain level of energy. There's a kind of energy in the air, and people allow it to filter into their homes, into their workplace, into certain circles, and we need to guard ourselves. Like, you can't let politics come and ruin your relationship, because after that, then what? You think the politician's going to come and comfort you or rub your back or anything? When the hype is done,
That's
then
true.
you on your lonesome.
That's true.
So
Everybody
we have
have
to
a
be
right.
careful.
Even in workplaces, I was listening to the program, and only now I understood that each worker, it depends on where you vote, and you have 2 hours to go and vote. They owe you the right, and if your workplace don't do that, you can go to the authorities for them, because if I'm green and you purple, you cannot tell me I cannot go and vote, or you don't give me time. You owe the person the 2 hours to go and vote and make a change in the country, whatever they need to do. Let
Thanks
them
for
go
bringing
and
that
do
up,
it.
Amshama. Thanks for bringing that up.
I saw that. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah. So you owe the person that now, because you figure you're giving me a job, you will deny me my 2 hours to go and vote. No, you're out of place for that, and it's the right. So they actually was fingering it on Facebook, and they was telling you where to go, Labor Department. I think it was the Speaker of the House, Mr. Claudius Francis, that was talking about that. I find it was very interesting information, because people need to know these things. And I think if you're in a relationship, it's important to be grounded and to talk about it, whatever religion, whatever political affiliation. That's what it makes it interesting, because we both have a choice to shape the country and to decide on what direction we want the country to go and what we want to do. I mean, the fact that I don't think, as if I was you in a relationship, or man or woman, whatever your role in your relationship, that you should force your partner to vote where you want. It's like almost like you forcing the person to make your decision. What about me? How do I feel? You
That's
know?
not maturity.
That's not maturity at all. No,
that's being very domineering. Excuse me.
Yes,
and it's go on.
Yes, and dictatorial.
Yeah, and that, to me, that can suffocate, and that can create a lot of animosity and anger, and eventually
a resentment and so on.
And it will, listen, two things: either the person implodes, the person on the receiving end, or they explode. There's no two ways about it. And so one day, all right, something major can happen. So we need to give people their leeway. As long as what you're doing does not infringe on my personal space or my right or whatever, I think we need to allow people the privilege to vote where they want.
And the freedom. The freedom.
Exactly.
Because, that's right.
You have your freedom, I have mine. So why you want to take my freedom away from me and keep yours still?
Funny enough, and it doesn't only happen in relationship. Can you imagine, let's say your parents are strong SLPs. And because you want to go and vote UWP's way, you cannot sleep in that house. Park Isa Kadomi or Soya. They cannot deal with it. You know? And that's what makes it interesting, because at that time it's a freedom of choice. So that means if we're making it a problem in a relationship or with our children, it's showing that the country not growing or we not develop, or they develop, they just choose to be a bully and not to allow people to exercise their rights. And that's what makes it interesting. Because I don't want somebody to lie to me or pretend you voting for me. Because still when you go in the ballot box, where you go to vote, you can pretend you one thing and then do the other.
That's true.
You understand? Because you're the only person there.
Okay, we have to wrap it up. So Nikki, as I said, maybe we can take a look at that another time, where religion is concerned.
Next week,
That's
we come in with
okay.
that,
All right, very well then,
yes.
very well. Okay, so Nikki, thank you. Mark, thank you.
Yes.
And I think it was a good discussion to have, especially at this time when
Very much so.
elections are drawing closer. All right,
Yes.
thank you very much. All right,
Anytime.
bye-bye. You've been listening to and viewing The Love Zone on Rev-Up St. Lucia every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Shamak, Nikki, and yours truly. Now, those of you on Facebook, etc., we'll take a little break and come back to you for Hard Drive. So this has been The Love Zone, brought to you with the compliments of Susie's Variety.
You are the guru of groceries. You have a heightened awareness for lower prices. You journey to find freshness and variety and quality brands. And you have an acquired taste for specialty items. You want to set a good example for your followers. And that's why your higher calling is Susie's Variety Store. 2 stores that beat the giants on pricing, variety, and quality. Susie's Variety, small store, big love. Located in Cantonment, Vieux Fort, and Bois d'Orange, Gros-Islet. Telephone 458-4161.
Standing by to bring you Hard Drive. That's coming up next.
You're listening to Rev-Up St. Lucia, the Alpha of Radio.